Okay, we're back. And I am going to head into Lair. And I really don't know if we're going to get anything else done this video. I mean, as a caster, we can expect things to take a little longer. I'll just auto-explore, this is fine. IMB is still getting the work done. Well, I could go ahead and use memorize what's it called? Fulminate Prism to deal with these things. Truthfully, I don't think it's that necessary. Because I can just do this from the very edge. Oh, nothing's leaving a corpse. I'll come back for those in a second. I don't think there was any good loot in there anywhere. Anyway, I just want to kill some stuff and hopefully get something to eat. It doesn't happen. I'll eat a fruit. Let's definitely kill this Hydra at range. Okay, cool. We cleared the floor. Let's finish it up. So if I get hit, I'll just, yeah, if I got hurt too bad, I step back. I'm going to assume this can do 60 damage to me. I think it's actually significantly less, but... oh, jeez. Wow, that's not working out at all. There we go. I mean, really just for a scroll of teleportation, but whatever. Well, I guess I'm gonna pull this stuff up. Remember, we really don't have any defenses, and our hit points are lower than usual. Then again, we have pretty good hit points. I mean, if we were like a real caster, like a deep elf or something really, really fragile, we certainly wouldn't have 91 hit points by now, so... I'm sitting here acting like I'm a hair's breadth from death, but the reality is this character is very, very powerful for this stage in the game as a caster. Alright, let's go get some of those corpses, hopefully. Darn. Okay, got the frog. It is kind of cool that IMB just takes care of problems for me. Well, that's not quite working, is it? Let's just back off a bit, get our mana back. Elephants are no big deal, I just need the mana to take them out with IMB. If I were not a Centaur, this really wouldn't be that much difference. The only difference would be is that I would be backing off sooner, not letting things get next to me, taking staircases and stair dancing that way. People act like Centaurs are, you know, they have some kind of unique ability to kite, and they do, but really they just have higher convenience in kiting. I mean, you can kite on any character. Let's check out the staff. Staff of air. That is going to kind of make me want to move in the direction of air magic if I get conjure ball lightning or something like that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Vehement gives me. We can carry this with us. Freezing Cloud. Yeah, I may have to take it. Freezing Cloud's a really, really, really good spell. Of course, that takes us both in the direction of air and cold. CJB is better, in my opinion. 32% already, and we haven't even trained either of those things. Of course, spell power doesn't matter all that much for Freezing Cloud. I don't know if it even affects damage at all. I think it just affects size of the cloud. I'm just gonna train up conjurations to 14 and then we'll work on defenses for a little while so I can delay this Freezing Cloud choice. I mean, IMB is fine for now, certainly until Lair's over. This is an Ogre Fire Elementalist, and it has Fireball, so it could potentially do a lot of damage. I don't know exactly how much. It also has a ton of hit points. However, we have our fire. So we can try to IMB him. I guess using minions with IMB is not the best idea. Let's, if we're gonna do this, let's wait until we have full mana. Wow, I shouldn't have let that happen. It was bad maneuvering. Whoa. Got a big ol' hive here. Okay, we've been paralyzed. Well, petrified. Man, IMB works very well against these things. Killer bees. Probably should have put on RC for that Rhyme Drake. Alright, I'm gonna walk away and rest a bit. Thankfully, these bees are coming out one at a time. Well, if we're going to be petrified, let's do this. Okay, stone for a while, no problem. Everything just kind of killed itself on my clouds. That's pretty cool. I'm worried about this ghost showing up out of nowhere. Really would like this thing to get paralyzed, or confused, excuse me. Out of the way. Let's see if we can halberd this thing. Nice. Okay, there's that ghost I was concerned about. Yeah, I really want to be at the edge of vision here because he could, you know, he could hit me for very big fireballs. Even through RF. There we go. That was not done quite right. This is a very extensive hive. Really interesting stuff. Thankfully, I can just use the wall of Conjure Flame. Oh, you gotta be kidding me with this. I mean, it's a nice chainmail, but it's being taken off. What a shame. That's why you should always identify artifacts before putting them on. Of course, at this stage in the game, I'd rather just deal with the drain. Staff of Fire. Okay. So we have a couple spell enhancers now. Would have liked to have just had, you know, Staff of Conjuration. Wow. Okay, if this was a misplay. That's fine though, it worked out. Remember, we're not faster than Mambas. Okay, this isn't so bad with him by himself. We can drop stones now. Okay, we have a Book of Necromancy. Good spells in here, but no real reason to train Necromancy at this point. I'd really like to specialize. If I was playing something other than a Centaur, I might consider branching out a bit for things like Animate Dead, perhaps even Vampiric Touch. Or Vampiric Draining, I should say. But, nah. Now, at some point I picked up the Book of Beasts. And that is a very, very nice book. Summon Hydra will more or less win a game by itself for you. I mean, it's not the best summoning spell in the world, but it's good enough to kill just about anything. Unfortunately, we have a -1 apt and all this stuff, so I'm not so sure if I want to start branching into summons right now. I think I want to make the best use of Vehumet's 33% spell failure reducer for conjurations. Well, thought I saw something on this floor that interested me. Yes, halberd. Ah, vampiric, no thanks. Okay, well, we have potions of flight, so I can open this if I want to. This seems decidedly unfun. This seems like it could have a lot of nasty things in it. I've seen this vault before, but I don't quite remember what's in it. Oh boy. Wow. Let's get the old teleport. He can do 36 damage. Let's eat a meat ration. Let's drink a heal wounds. Let's rest up. Well, I didn't mean to auto-explore all the way in here, but... See, that was risky because I could have auto-explored into water. I don't have that auto-explore water turned off, and I'm sure that's going to haunt me at some point. Of course, with 100 plus hit points, I have been willing to take the risk. I don't think it's optimal or smart. Oh, amnesia. I'll go ahead and turn off Magic Dart. And I'm going to use these scrolls because I really want to have, well, I really wanted to have Blink, but unfortunately, no such luck. So, you know what? I'm actually going to read Torment, as silly as that probably sounds. Got him. I'm never going to use that scroll otherwise. Possibly against Terra J, I guess, but not really. I'm a little shocked we haven't gotten our final God Guess yet with Faith Amulet, you know. Oh, there it is. Well, it's not the final one, but it is. Alright, so we no longer have freezing available, so that takes away the choice. I'm fine with that. I guess I'm just going to keep training Conjurations. Bolt of Draining just doesn't... I mean, it's worth it. It's a really good spell. It probably does more damage than IMB, even without training any Necromancy. And Control Undead is a really good spell, although not really outside of Extended. Yeah, I don't think going Necromancy is the path, especially since we are still going to swap to Zen at some point, so... Of course, we do have 3 Amnesia. I don't know. I'm just going to stick with IMB. It's tedious, but it works. And we're just going to go straight from IMB to whatever high-level stuff that Humet gives me. Hopefully Firestorm. I'd really like to play a Firestorm character. It's been a long time. I imagine we're going to see that by the end of Lair. Maybe not. This is a very empty floor. Okay. This is a little much. Okay, now we have to go up. Getting slept by the Dream Sheep would have been death there. I wouldn't say guaranteed, but pretty strong chance. I guess I probably want to stay on the stairs here. I'm going to drop this Ring of Protection. Having RF and RC at the same time is better unless you're willing to be very, very careful about swapping, which historically I tend to forget, so... Don't want to go down that staircase. This one, however, is blessedly free of enemies. One thing I really like about IMB, it makes almost no noise. It makes a little bit of noise, but not really anything worth speaking about. If I spam it like 3 times in a row, then yeah, but this is the one. Remember, we're on layer 6, so there are some very nasty things I need to be concerned about, particularly guardian serpents, although I don't think this is the right floor layout for all that. Oh boy. No more dream sheet, please. Okay, well that's dead. Unfortunately, we're out of mana. There's a dream sheep approaching. I'm gonna run off this way. He has followed me. I'm asleep, but it's just the one. And now he's dead. Oh boy, now we're in trouble. Okay, hold up. We're gonna have some real problems. Let's fear. Let's walk this way. Drink curing. Yeah, what am I doing? I have digging. I completely forgot that I had digging. And that's kind of silly because I was looking right at it. Digging is like the perfect tool for dealing with this contested staircase kind of problem. Okay, well, let's dig, establish some distance, dig again. We kill the Hydra. I'm gonna go back into my kill hole. I'm gonna see if I can't confuse this thing. There we go. That'll buy me some time. There we go. We seem to have woken up a significant portion of the floor, which is not a great development, but what are you going to do? I'm going to try to kill Josephine. I really don't want to eat her ghostly fireballs. She's not immune to poison, so why don't I just do that? There we go. Now we're safe. Of course, we're eating freeze now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that could have gone better. We're like just, we're pretty much just trailing, you know, we're just like on the floor with half the enemies trailing behind us. It's not great. I'm going to value the wraiths higher than the Hydra in terms of what I need to kill first. And that's because being slowed is very bad. Alright, let's try this. Okay, that could have been bad. We could have gotten pushed off. Of course, I have some other tricks up my sleeve. I mean, Centaur speed is letting me do this with a lot more convenience and ease than I otherwise would be. So that's good. A little bit of lag here. Alright, elephant goes down. So we don't want to go down that staircase. I'm going to try this one. We seem to be forcing the enemies to vacillate between northeast and southwest. It's fine by me. Come on, dead Hydra. Very good. Okay, there she is. We'll do it on the staircase so that if I get hit by a particularly nasty, ghostly fireball, I could have escaped. But she pretty much went down without too much of a problem. Yeah. I don't want to fight that at all. Spent a couple turns in line of sight to that, and I don't like it at all. What to do about this problem? Well, I would like to have made some skeletons of hydras and things, but this is definitely an instant death kind of scenario, because the wizard has that paralyze. Other things that do a lot of damage, but even if it doesn't have paralyze, it may have crystal spear for 90 damage, which is almost all of my hit points. Okay, check it out. We're gonna animate skeleton here. I do have a plan. Well, first of all, let's check out this staff. Staff of Earth, okay. Lay it down for now. This dog may very well solve all of our problems for us. Trying to find this wizard. I really don't want to turn the corner and then there he is. 50% chance to paralyzes. No fun at all. Oh man. He's... Okay, so there's demons on the other side of this door. That much I know. Well, no more skeleton. We'll have these dudes with us at all times. There he is. Alright, so the plan was to immolate and blow him up that way, but... Okay, he's invisible. That tells us a little bit about his spell book. Banishment. Okay, well we definitely don't want to be banished. We could survive being banished. That doesn't mean that I want to be banished. I don't think being banished would be a real fun time. I don't know what the proper answer here is. sense? No, we don't. An option, you know, a perfectly viable option is to just to leave layer 6 and not come back for a while. With that said, I'm not like deathly afraid of the abyss. It would suck, but with my fast speed, you know, I'd probably be okay in there. I think I might just want to haste and try to get a work on them. I mean, Meth Cloud is the answer here. I mean, really, I just want the loot from here. Which could be a big fat nothing. I mean, it's going to be something, but it could be totally useless. Let's just lead these guys on a nice little chase. Yeah, okay, well that was kind of silly. Thought they were all in a line. Turns out some were waiting for me. Away from him. Okay, this dude is being a little obnoxious, so let's pull him up. Let's go pick up this plate mail. I am curious what it is. I will unfortunately risk it being Star Drain. It's not. I don't really see us wearing plate ever, but you never know. Oh hey, there's a glowing rope here. Come on, Archmagi. No, but it is good. Alright, let's check out what this loot is. Okay, it was worth checking out, probably. Unfortunately, it's a Star Drain item because the RNG hates me. But it's plus int and +3, and it's RN plus, so it's not totally useless. It's actually an okay pair of gloves. Okay, we've totally explored this. There's really no reason for us to need to kill that wizard, so we're going to get out of the... Oh my god. I tried to auto-explore out. Somehow he managed to invis and banish me in the same round, or maybe the auto-explore is a little busted, and let him invis, and then the auto-explore just kept going. I suppose I should maybe use... You know, if that's how auto-explore works, I feel like I should make a note of this and put it in my RC so that it will actually stop my run rest or whatever it's called. Anyway, this is not good. This is actually very, very bad. Just because I think I can survive this doesn't mean that I wanted to be in here, and I am annoyed that I'm in here. I am going to use every resource at my disposal to get out very quickly, hence the reason I have hasted. Behumet is kind of being a troll. He's offered me the Icebox spell, which I do not need. Nor do I want. It's actually a very bad spell. Okay, this is actually a pretty terrible thing for us to have found. Oh man, I'm gonna take a step and I'm gonna read Tella in case this goes poorly. And we're gonna try to IMB this thing to death. That actually works. Okay, I get teleported. We're still hasted, and I'm inclined to use it to kill things. Oh, hey, scroll summoning. Okay, we're gonna use Potion of Magic. Wow, this is bad. Take a step to get that out of range. Use haste again. Kill this real quick. And walk out of here. Oh man, this is totally miserable. Why would you put a wizard in Lair 6? Like, that's my question. Just seems kind of unfair. Okay, so I'm using a bunch of resources because, well, I'm using wand resources to kill things faster because, oh, come on with this. I cannot get away from these. Okay, screw this. We're definitely going to teleport. I'm trying to get away from these, what are they called? Starcursed masses. Still hasted. I just need the haste, or the teleport to kick in. There we go. I'm going to use Ambrosia real fast. Get my mana and things back. Mana and hit points. Use a curing, and then we'll just keep walking. I only have one haste left. But yeah, I'm using wands to make sure I kill as many things as possible because I will be able to get out if I gain enough experience. Haste and teleport. Potion of Might, huh? I really hate gear check monsters. Running into that wizard was no fun at all. Of course, that's on me. I mean, I chose to stick around. So, 100% deserved what happened. Oh no. This is rather bad. Okay, we'll take a step back. We're going to use haste again. We'll use resistance, so I'm resisting the electrocution. I guess I'll use Ambrosia and heal wounds and just try to out-heal these dudes. This is a very nasty pile of things to be surrounded by. Okay, I'll use curing. I use fear. They get frightened, but it's cool because either way, my teleport is kicked in. Yeah, I shouldn't be in here. This is really, really stupid that I let this happen. We still have some resources left. We're not totally sunk here. Let's use resistance and oh wow, I was probably already resisting. That was a mistake. I'm gonna slow down a little bit here. I wanted resistance so I'd have our poise. so that this thing won't do so much damage to me. We've been slowed. That's fine, that just means we're not hasted anymore. Now, I've got Scroll of Summoning left, I've got Fear left. We're running very, very low on resources, unfortunately. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't getting super nervous about this. This we're going to have to kill. I don't have any way of getting my mana back. And he has a bow. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be terrified of him and I'll walk away. Oh, man. Well, the teleport kicked in. Well, not really. I don't think that was a teleport. I think that was just... That was just, the abyss. Let's read teleport again. Okay, we killed a Raiju. We are slow right now. Unfortunately, I have no cancellation, so there's not a whole lot I can do about this. Okay, we confused one. Nothing appears to happen. Why don't we train some evocations? Not that it really matters right now, but we'll recharge confusion. Okay, whew, got teleported. We'll rest up, no longer slowed, very good. The game is blessedly letting me rest for a minute. I see that there a vampire is cast out of reality. That's kind of cool. He goes down easy enough. Oh boy. This we really don't want to be next to. Hits for up to 40 damage. He is a brutal enemy. We are going to use summoning to help deal with him, and unfortunately we don't get much that's useful. Let's use a teleport. It shouldn't pursue me too tenaciously, although it looks like it is. Man, this sucks. He can do so much damage, and he's very, very fast, so... What to do? What to do about this? Well, the teleport's on the way, but it will be quite some time until it happens. Summoning wasn't nearly as good as I had hoped it would be. So we're just out of luck there. We do have heal wounds, but only one. We have curing, we have invisibility, which is not important. We are just not doing too hot on resources. Now, I do have blink, so I think what I'll do is I'll take a step, and then I will blink. I haven't been using blink enough, I'll tell you that. Oh, let's try to get this... Well, I was going to say let's try to get this potion. I'm going to try to blink. Oh boy, we're going to eat Raiju. Raiju Zap. Okay, whew. Alright, I have to Ambrosia. I'm going to step somewhere a little less obvious and Ambrosia. We've got to be coming up on the amount of experience we'd need to escape this place. I mean, we've killed a number of things. Then again, I don't really know how much is required. I mean, it would be nice if we just found an exit. What really sucks is that we got sent to Abyss 3. If we were on Abyss 1, this would be a lot easier. I don't know why I was under the impression that I was under the impression I would get sent to Abyss 1, not Abyss 3, which is a pretty silly assumption in retrospect. But we do have Blink, so that helps a lot. Let's kill that. I want to kill as many things as possible. Okay, hold up. This does way too much damage. We just have to focus on trying to confuse, not paralyze. Oh my god, we're gonna die here because it just won't work. I have to use fear to get these things away from me. It's just without our elec, those things, they just do too much damage. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. Okay. I'm gonna read Tella. We're gonna try to kill this thing with... Wow. We have to blink. We have to blink again. And here's my hubris. If I had learned Control Undead earlier, I would not be in such a pickle, because I could have just controlled that thing. Oh man, I feel pretty bad about this experience so far. We've been in here for quite a few turns with no exit. But I must not have killed as many things as I think I had, so... Oh, man. Nothing to really do except for keep on keeping on. I'm trying to think if there's like anything I've forgotten about. Any kind of resource that I'm not using. There's just no way to gain experience fast enough, really, to guarantee my way out. Like, I've got digging, and I've got blink, and I've got centaur speed, so you would think I would be able to just walk away from things, but with stuff like Raiju walking around, that's not really the case. Drink a couple curing just to get some hit points back. Okay, that's too open. Also, I'm curious what is going on right here. Like, this has got to be some sort of bug, because for some reason the enemies are showing up as bad guys. Okay, this is good. I'm happy to see a large abomination. That's just a big chunk of experience. Got him. Oh, man. Alright, so we're going to focus on running away unless we're fighting things that we're sure we can beat easily, such as this guy. Okay, these things we just use teleport immediately, because they may be chasing me. I don't know if I should be training stealth, maybe. -4 apt and everything, but... Okay, we've been put in jail. Actually, I'm going to keep random effects. Who knows? Might be useful. We burned through 7 teleportation scrolls in here. I suppose I could dig my way out. Wow, I wish I hadn't. Let me think about this. I could teleport again. That's my very last one. Does this see invisible? No, it does not. Does this see invisible? No, it does not. And this does not see invisible either. Seems pretty obvious that I want to use invisible here. I'll make a fire here. It's only resistant to flames, it's not immune. Oh, I didn't get my experience from that. Alright, I'm gonna teleport. I'm cornered, I can't just sit here. This is unbelievable. This air elemental just won't die. Is this where we lose the streak? It may be. Got him. We use curing. I could have blinked out. He's curing again. I'm going to use blink. These 2 smoke demons can't see me, although they might still smite me to death. Our teleport is coming. And it's come. Oh boy, we are pretty much out of all resources now. I thought we were low before, but now we are totally empty. We have Scroll of Fear. And we do have Fog, which is not to be discounted. I've been underusing that. I think we're in pure escape mode. We should have probably been in that before, but I feel like we've gone from like 20% to 50. Like we were XL14 when we came in here, so I couldn't have gotten that much experience, I suppose. But yeah. If we find like a single Raiju, we're done for. I think I'm going to rest here. Harpy skeleton. Just walk away. I don't want to make any noise until I'm fully healed if possible. Thankfully, skeletons are not terribly alert. It's an anaconda. It sees me. I've made a ton of noise with these mephitic clouds. Do I want to just try to kill it? Because I think I kind of just want to kill it. Man, why did I think this character would be so easy to escape the abyss with? I'm level 14 and I'm a caster. Even if I was using bows, I wouldn't bother being here. What was I thinking? I suppose I could at least get a skeleton off of this if I do kill it. I think you can. Yeah, anacondas have skeletons. What all did we hear screaming when I made this noise? You hear a hideous shriek. Just one scream. Of course, that could be anything. We have a lot of mana. Oh, of course, it's a shapeshifter. Ancient Zyme, we're just going to walk away from that. We're going to walk away from everything that's undoubtedly coming up on that position. God, I wish I had more teleport. If we get cornered somehow by the terrain, we're just done. Unless it's terrain that I can dig through. Which even that is not guaranteed. Wow. Or the game can just spawn a... bone dragon next to me. Okay, we blink, which gives me a little bit of ground on these things. Let me just think about this for a second. So we want to go west or northwest. I could stop for a second to cure. Oh, I should have enchanted up my armor for a couple more AC. That would have been smart. We're kind of on the run right now, though, so I'm going to do it real quick. Can't believe I didn't do that. That was an easy thing that would have probably helped at least a little bit throughout this process. Yeah, I definitely underestimated how bad this was going to be. Fire Giant Simulacrum. We've confused it. You gotta be kidding me with this. I'm dead. There's no way I'm gonna live through this. It spawned the exact combination of things that... Alright, hold up. Let's use fear. If I can... Okay, we have the Raiju feared. If I can blink like here and then keep going northwest, I might be okay. Okay, he breathed chaos on me. Maybe something good will happen. Maybe I'll get healed. It's pretty bad if I'm relying on that as a... Oh, I've been hasted. I'm gonna fog. We're blinking. We're digging. I'm so happy I'm hasted. I mean, certainly that doesn't mean I'm out of the frying pan yet by any means. I have 20 hit points and I'm level 14. I'm in Abyss. This is nothing short of a disaster. In fact, we're going to drink Curing real quick. Oh man, there's my exit. Final boss. Alright, hold up. Heart of the cards. We've got a way out here. We're hasted. This is not the worst thing in the world. We can do this. I've just got to think about the best way to make this happen. First of all, tactics. The Wraith can do 16 damage to me, and then 24 divided by 2 is 12 extra damage to me if he hits. So suffice to say, he can one-shot me. 12 plus 16, 28, and then he hits again for blah, 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 whatever. So we can't be hit by the Wraith. I think what we do here, assuming we have some charges on Confusion left, which we may. 21 is a lot of zaps, but bear with me. Well, no, hold up. Let's not rely on RNG. We could vuln, and then we could confuse and roll the dice on that. Probably have like 70-some%, 60-some%, whatever, to paralyze, and that's assuming we have a charge left, which we do not know. Instead, what I could do, I mean, I'm hasted, so in theory I should be able to step, that's 3 steps, and then maybe I would still be there and he would still be in the same spot, but I seriously doubt it. I think the proper thing to do here is to dig. Let him come to me. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna die here now. Because one of these is gonna pop out. One of these is gonna pop out. And then he's just gonna be there. You've got to be kidding me with this. The digging just didn't work. And even though I was hasted, like, I don't know exactly what the mechanic there is. But I dug it out. It says the rock shatters into small pieces. We run out of charges, which is fine, whatever. I thought I had more than enough. I never in a million years thought that it would just block me from... Wow, this is really bad. I think we just lose. I guess I'm going to use... I'm going to use a couple of mutations just in case it does something, but... I think we're just owned. No longer hasted. I mean, I guess maybe we're getting... Okay. I'm gonna roll the dice on this. Slowed. Blank. Oh, we're dead. We got out, but we died anyway because of the wizard. Okay. So, 100% my fault. The wizard, unfortunately, was here, and what I should have done, as soon as I knew there was a wizard, is leave. There was nothing on the floor worth getting, you know? Well, there was the gloves, but it wasn't worth risking the engagement with the wizard. It was out of depths. It was a monster that was stupidly out of depths. Shouldn't have been here, but it was, and whatever, it's placed by the vault, it's fine. But we had a chance to get out. We had multiple chances to get out, and we didn't take them. And because he happened to have Banish, paralysis could have been just as deadly. But because he happened to have Banish, we ended up in the Abyss. I mean, my heart was in the right place later. Like, I planned on leaving. But, unfortunately, not quite soon enough. But I did have a chance to leave. As soon as I saw him, I could have just turned around, walked out, which I should have done. This is one of the reasons why I say MR is one of the most important things in the game. It's sort of a hard gear check, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Usually you do have a chance to just walk away from things before you're forced to fight them, though. This is certainly a lot sooner than you would expect to see an extremely hard MR check like that. But it's also not unavoidable. I mean, he's there behind a door. I actually recognized the vault. I had forgotten that a wizard was in there, so we, if we were a little more familiar with it, if I had remembered that, then I would have known enough not to open the door at all. But I did, and then I proceeded to hang out on the level like an idiot, instead of fighting instead of leaving and fighting my way down dungeon, maybe going into orc, so on and so forth. But that definitely teaches me a lesson, which is not to underestimate the Abyss. Don't know why I was under the impression I'd have a super easy time in there. I guess just because I'm a Centaur and figured I'd be really fast and could just blink my way here and there to get away from stuff. I do feel a little bit ripped off with regards to the way digging worked in there. I thought I had a really clever solution to juke the freezing wraith. So that's another thing I've learned not to trust is the way the walls work in the Abyss. Now, I knew about that mechanic, but I didn't know how reliably it would just block your digging for no particular reason. Like, I think what's happening there is you actually do dig it out, and then the Abyss just replaces the wall right on top of it. And I thought that if I did it enough times, and I think it did work the first couple times, if I did enough times, it would stay open for me for a turn or two. But yeah, it just didn't work. So we ended up taking the hit from the freezing wraith. Then I got out. Then I blinked, and then I ate the lightning bolt from the wizard here. So that sucks. It's no fun. It is kind of ironic, I think, that the first game I play without using ranged is the one the first game I play without using ranged in a long time is the one I die on. Although I don't really blame that. I think it was purely the bad play. If you took the same character, same RNG, same items, except you give the character a bow instead of books, probably the same thing would have happened. Unless I killed it super fast with arrows, which was by no means not guaranteed, you know. So, anyway, pretty long streak. 21 consecutive wins. It's not bad. It's not a world record. Will I try it again? Probably. I think I might take a break. I don't know. I do eventually, I would like to get that record at some point. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think it's unachievable by any means. I mean, look at this. This wasn't an RNG death. This was a pure hubris death. So, I mean, you could definitely pad a streak with Centaurs very easily. And roll through those. And have, well, I don't know how many rolls there are, but without repeating a single roll, you could, this is probably mostly correct. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 23 rolls it looks like. So if you subtract out CK, that's 22 wins just from winning all the Centaurs in a row. And there's other powerful races too, so yeah, I mean, you could do that. But anyway, no idea really what's coming next. Probably restart the streak at some point. I don't know if I'll do Centaurs again. Maybe not. I might do all the ogres or something, some powerful race that's fun. Or I may just I may do some speed runs and see how that goes. I don't know. I don't think I'm probably not going to do a retrospective on this one like I did with the Demon Spawn Artificer, because I don't think there's a lot to learn from this. I think it's pretty obvious that what happened here was just 110% hubris. So for me to do a retrospective, I think would be kind of a waste of time. Since there's really only one core mistake that happened here, you know. I know exactly what I did. Suppose I could go into the Abyss. I don't know, maybe I'll think about it. Or I could go into, what I mean is I could go into the specifics of why the Abyss is so dangerous. But I think that's pretty obvious, probably to most people. So, I don't know, I'll give it some thought. Anyway, sort of ending on a low note here, but regardless, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I am signing out.